Hello, my name is Hasan Sorrells, and this is the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast, Shorts. There's no co-host on these Shorts episodes. These are now around 6 to 8 minute long observations, ideas, thoughts, or rants about the literature, philosophy, psychology, and even the theology of leadership. Because listening to me talk about leadership for now around 6 to 8 minutes is still better than reading and trying to understand yet another business book. Especially that business book you bought that wound up being pulped because it's no longer relevant. Existential frustration in and of itself is neither pathological nor pathogenic. A man's concern over the worthwhileness of his life is an existential distress, but it is by no means a mental illness. Viktor Frankl. I agree. There's been an increase in the amount of diagnosed anxiety, a significant increase in the amount of diagnosed anxiety in the last 10 years. And more people in the United States are diagnosed with some form of anxiety than ever before. We in the United States are also seeing a concomitant rise in identity struggles as the social contagion of identity struggles themselves is spread from youth to youth via the tender mercies of social media algorithms designed to make the user afraid that they are missing out. But missing out of what exactly? Then there's the changes in workplaces where the rise and a lack of resiliency, the ability to overcome hard things that happen to you emotionally, corresponds to calls for more acknowledgement of historically based identity struggles in a larger American culture. And yet, there are still people walking around right now in your life and in my life and in the world that you can see who ignore all of this and just go about their daily lives, delivering food, shipping items, giving medicines, teaching children, building houses, engaging with volunteering in their communities, going to church and praying, and in general, just sort of living their lives, remarkably free of existential distress, free of social contagion, free of mental health diagnoses, free of trying to game the algorithms. The loud voices would like leaders to lead in a perceived maelstrom of distress, anxiety, struggle, and despair. But the loudest voices are most often the most incorrect ones. Just because those loud voices assert a statement about reality, that doesn't make such a statement true about reality. But there are leaders who have figured this out already. Your job is to find them and follow them. And well, that's it for me. Thank you for listening and subscribing to the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast. If you're listening to this on any of the major podcast players like iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, please go ahead and leave us a 5-star review and write a little bit in there. A couple of sentences is good enough. That actually helps us game those algorithms that I was just maybe addressing. And, of course, it helps us grow the show. Tell all your family, tell all your friends, and tell the leaders in your life that you know that need to be listening to this show that this show exists. By the way, if you want to get started on the leadership path yourself, or you know some people who need to go on the leadership path, HSCT Publishing, the home company of Leadership Toolbox and Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast, can help you and your team do that. So check out our training webinars, coaching services, and more at leadershiptoolbox.us. We are remote, we're live, we're in person, we're on video, and we've got leadership development solutions for your civic group, nonprofit staff, public sector staff, or even your private sector leaders. And of course, you're going to want to check out our video-based subscription service at leadingkeys.com. That's leadingkeys.com for leadership development on demand. You don't like videos, you don't like training, but you really like the podcast? Well, I would also recommend reading a book. Matter of fact, I'd recommend reading my most recent book, 12 Rules for Leaders, The Foundation of Intentional Leadership. You can get that in paperback, hardcover, or as an ebook on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Ingram Spark, and any other place that you order books online. Finally, of course, we're on YouTube just like everybody else is. We'd love to have you help us grow the YouTube channel, so like and subscribe to the video version of this podcast on the HSCT Publishing channel on YouTube. Just search for HSCT Publishing, or you can search for Leadership Toolbox and hit the subscribe button. Subscribing helps us grow the show, as it does with the audio, just is the same with the video. All right, that's it for me.